hopefully, so now I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, a brief recap of what I was saying is that this is kind of curious. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm not sure if you heard me. Now, I said what I did was I had it do some. What it does, it uses Python, okay, to basically create all the visualization and do all the data analysis, even though it's a spreadsheet. So it's sort of like we all know that you can use Python inside of Excel spreadsheets now. Well, this is sort of like this is sort of like Excel spreadsheets built on top of Python. Okay, and what I was saying, in case you didn't hear me, I've got to the point where I can actually do some kind of interesting things with it. I imported some stock data. Then I had it create me 3 plots. I had a basic sort of, closing price with the 100-day moving average. I had it do a Bollinger Band plot. I had to do a candlestick plot, and finally I had to do an RSI plot. And it did a pretty doggone good job drawing those plots, although it's not always the case. I've tried having it do some imports to go out and grabbing some stock data for me, but they made a change to the code, and now it displays it. It doesn't really display it. It doesn't display it like a pandas data frame. It's kind of odd. So anyway, so tonight we're going to take a look at the animal shelter data from Long Beach, California. This is 1 year's worth of data this is the 2024 data from January, I think from December 2023 to December 2024, I believe. And the reason I'm using the Parquet file, if you use a Parquet file, it should automatically recognize the columns types, and it does. Now you can do a couple things. You can do a shift, and we can scroll left and right. You can do a control, and it'll increase and decrease the size of the font. Okay. So we got quite a bit of data here. So let's just call this data. Okay. Now if we come over here like this, all right. We go to the next thing. Let's call this dashboard. Okay. If you run it's automatically going to run the query against this data frame here. Okay. If you come over here and we say, let's just try something over here. Let's try Sonnet. I had an email exchange with one of the support people, and he said, well, actually, Cloud 3.7 is better than ChatGPT 4.0. We'll see. Okay. Make a time. If you come over here like this, what it'll do is it'll put the first plot over here someplace. So we got where's our intake date? Okay, notice what happened here. By default, it's going to put it over here, okay? For whatever reason, the scroll function stopped working there. So let's see if we can actually do it. No, this is a pretty basic plot. We could have made it a little simpler by just saying doing a count. Okay, but I want to try it out with an average. Now we may want to look, for instance, at the number of intakes by day. You can look at them by month and quarter. Day to week can be kind of interesting. Now, I will tell you, I have looked at this data before, and it should come as no surprise that the two numbers, the two animals that are turned over to the shelter is of course cats and dogs. Interesting enough, I'll show you in a minute. More cats than dogs. I think it's kind of interesting because a cat's a type of pet that's fairly easy to take with you. Now, why is this taking so long? The data, I shouldn't say that. What is it? There's maybe 10,000 rows in this, I'm thinking. The one drawback to this is it doesn't handle the size of the data can, as you can see, affect the performance. Honestly, I would say if you have more than 10,000 rows, it could slow down a bit. Of course, the number of columns could also affect it, but all we're asking to do is count the number of, we should have simply said, we should have started something really simple and say, you know what, just do a plot of the number of intakes by date. Okay? Because this will eventually do something, but to me, this is a very simple plot, and you can see it's taken a long time to do it. Let's take a look over here at something. Well, let's take a look and see exactly how big this data set is. And like a data set like the sales data set, how many rows do we? So we have a little under 30,000 rows. All right. How many columns? 22 columns. So it's a fairly wide data set, but it's only, okay, here we got it. So now so this isn't actually what we wanted. Okay, we want the average number of intakes per day. Okay, but we did get a plot, so that's a good thing. What else can we do here? Let's see. And one thing I don't like about this is I think this needs to be tweaked, is that what it's going to do is it's going to put the next plot, or it should put it over here next to this one. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so it's going to X. Oh, so it's making a liar out of me. It's actually putting it down below. Okay, this is good. But again, it's taken way too long to do this. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. One other thing about this is, see, this isn't really good enough because you can't really tell what's going on. There are also a lot of days when there's more days than not when the average number, when the intakes are above the average number. Okay. Now again, to me this has taken too long. Now it handled like Benny's breakfast bar had 5,000 rows a day, and it had no trouble at all analyzing that data. Okay. Okay. So we could say make a bar plot by month that shows cats and okay, here we go. So this is a pretty nice plot actually. You notice it automatically puts the labels on the top here. It's in the correct order. Okay, very good. Of course, we don't actually need that. We're not going to worry about that. What else we want to do? Let's take a look at the. Interesting enough, Wednesday, Thursday has the biggest number of intakes. Huh. I wonder if there's a reason for that. So let's do this. Let's do a. Let's continue with our theme of bar plots. Let's have it create a bar plot showing the number of cats and dogs emitted by month. Okay. So what do you think? Why do you think Wednesday, Thursday is the peak here? Of course, they're really pretty much the same. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the same. The lowest is Monday and Tuesday. Okay. Of course, we got other columns over here. What else we got? Intake condition. So we could have it do a plot of intake condition, right? We could have it do a plot of cats and dogs by month. We can have it do a plot of the top 5 animals, intake animals. So you see, it is working. The plots are actually quite good. But so who is this? Who do you think this is really for? Is this for the person who doesn't know Python? Who knows? See, here's the thing about this to me is, this is nice, but it's very basic stuff. This is the type of stuff that an average Excel person can easily bang out with no problem whatsoever, just using basic Excel functions. Okay, queries. You can do things like SQL. You can use like SQL. You can use like filters or SQL lookups, and you can create these same basic plots very easily inside of Excel. That's the thing. So what we're going to take a look at next. Let's take a look at. Does it have formatting functions? Does it have, what's this? Strike through. Does it have wrap, overflow? Okay, this is the number of animals intake by month. Interesting. So May and June are the best. So now I'm going to say right up front, I'm really pleased with the plots we got here so far. Let's try something else now. So what's this called up here now? Let's see what's happening. Why is it doing this for? What do we want to know here? animal type. Now, look at this. Why is this? Okay. So now I see a plot of the number of animals by intake count. Okay. And like I say, all these plots are quite good. There's nothing really wrong with the plots, look at all. Now we said counts, didn't we? Okay. And I think since we've been at this for 20 minutes, I think the last plot for tonight will be about will be a plot of the number of intakes by condition. What is this? So we come back over here now. Oh man, that's not too bad of a size. Animal Crossing intake. So what the last plot we'll do is a plot by intake type. Okay. Now bring us up to about 30 minutes, okay? So what do you think? Drop me a comment in the description below. Let me know what your impressions of this Quadratic is. Also, if you've used Quadratic, drop a link to your project. I'd love to see you. I'd love to see what you're doing with it. Okay. Okay. So we got here. Okay, good. Cats, dogs. Okay, good. So let's come down here. Let's do one more. So, like I say, all these plots look pretty good to me, all right? Intake condition, all right? The thing that's kind of strange, it leaves the question there. The other thing that's missing is if you leave, it doesn't actually store the your sessions. It doesn't store your AI sessions. Okay. Condition. Like I said, this is going to be the last one, the last hurrah, if you will. Yeah, so like I say, drop me a link in the description to your Quadratic project so I can see what you're up to. Let's go up here. Let's call this Long Beach shelter, okay? So I'll drop a link to this workbook here and to the stock analysis one, so you can see that also, okay? Yeah, so overall, I'm pleased with the kind of work that you can do with this. What you need to work on is a better forecasting system. Uh, it'd be interesting if it's asked you, well, if it said, what library do you want to use to do the forecast with? And I got profit, I got stats models, and I got A, B, and C. Which one of these packages do you want to do the forecasting with? Okay. Okay. Come. I know some of you people are in the background watching. So don't be bashful. Just stop by and say hi. Only 2 views. Come on. One thing I have noticed is I'm not up by condition. Let's come down here then. Normal. This is good. So the 2 big ones are normal and underage, underweight, followed by injury severe. Okay, good. So let's just come up here now and bring this session to a close. It's a quick 26-minute. So be sure to click that subscribe button, the like button for me, the bell icon, because you can look forward to more Quadratic AI work as time goes on. Of course, if you have a particular set of data you'd like me to use for Quadratic, drop a link to that inside the comments also, as well as a link to your Quadratic projects. I would love to see your guys' work. Okay.